Hello guys and welcome to another video. As you've seen by the thumbnail, this is an arena video. We're going to cover the most meta arena comps that people have on defense, what units you should always have on defense to be the most cancerous player ever, and we're also going to cover how to defeat those teams with the most RNG possible because this is the RNG season. It's also going to be a great showcase for my Violet because even though there's no frenzy, I can take him into some pretty picky, like some pretty good teams where he's going to pop off, and you guys are going to realize, holy shit, that Violet build is really broken. But before we start today's video, I want to thank everyone for all the support I've been getting on my videos. I really appreciate all the comments, likes, and every time I do a weird sentence at the end, you guys play along and you guys, just show that you stay till the end of the video. And honestly, I really appreciate you for that. And I hope you guys enjoy the content. And I'm mostly doing Arena because I'm trying to finish every week in Legend, not really trying to get season points. I'm mostly trying to get Skystones because I still don't have Millim, and I am like 50 summons away from getting him, from getting her. So I really need those extra like 400 Skystones for refreshing because that's summons. And trust me, I've skipped units because of like 4 summons away from PD, and it's really, really bad, but that's the free-to-play life. So I'm going to skip all the way to the, already drafted thing, and then we'll talk about the teams while we're doing the match. Alright, for the first team, this is not the most meta arena defense you'll see out there because it's a little bit risky because once you have Ran and Fire Issaria or Summerside Issaria, you're going to open up to Dilibet because Dilibet is basically just a really easy counter to these type of comps because the moment you have 2 to 3 debuffers, she's going to pop off and nothing can stop her, right? So basically that's the point. Violet goes for Rem. We kill everything after, Dilibet just does her cleanser because the thing is, once you cleanse with Dilibet, because the cool thing about Dilibet is even if she gets bombed and she gets S3'd from Issaria, it cleanses before the detonation of the bomb, meaning she doesn't get stunned. So and she also doesn't get damaged by the bomb, which is kind of cool. So let's just see it work. When Politis is here, it kind of adds a little bit more RNG because it cuts the Dilibet's push by 20%, which means that there's still a pretty good chance that this Politis takes a turn after, and then there's a very low chance she can like Abyssal Crown or something like that, right? So there's always some RNG to deal with, but you just got to take what you can, right? And what you can take is, there's a lot of AoE, it's really good to take Rem into this, and just take a lot of counter units. Take Violet, and, things will die, right? That's basically how it goes. Right, my demon-moded Rem no longer can get bombed, which is pretty good, and she can trigger off of all of these attacks, right? But now we'll see the Dilibet popping off, right? Okay, one counter, very, very nice. And then Dilibet will pop off very shortly here. There it is. Now we just cleanse up, reset what we have to reset, or do the damage that we have to do, and should be ease peas lamb squeeze. There it is. See, that's that Abyssal Crown you never want to see. That's that Abyssal Crown you never want to see. Alright, I missed a little crit there, but it's all good. We go for an S3 here, and it should be Owarida very, very fast. This is the type of comp you would like to see more often in Arena, but most of the time, the most important units right now to have on Arena defense are AOL and Bellion because they still don't really have a great response to them, right? Like, AOL now has Carrick, but even Carrick needs to be built very specifically to be an insane counter to AOL. Otherwise, you can just run a high ER unit, and then you're fine, right? On to the next one. Alright, this one is much more of a meta defense that you'd see higher up in Legend. The only difference really is people don't really run a Ravi too much on defense. On that slot, they would have Landy, they would have Rem, they would have Violet, but not so much this. And some people also don't run Rem on defense, but one thing is for sure, AOL Bellion is basically in every single team because it's very, very obnoxious. My way to respond to it is with Ray, because my Ray has like 280 ER, which is, it's a fair amount, and nothing really focuses him here, so it's kind of good. For the Bellion, if it's injury, it's better for me, because even though injury is worse, it's harder to deal with in longer fights, it means you can hit the Bellion all you want, and she'll never counter, and that adds the extra RNG of being able to AoE and not have her go completely bananas, right? So this one, I'm going to take a little bit of an RNG approach with Rem. There's a lot of AoE. Rem can pop off, and I mostly want Rem to remove skill nullifiers, because things are going to go off, right? That's inevitable, right? But I want Rem to be able to AoE, pop trigger the god damn it, the skill nullifiers from this girl, and then I want my Rem to pop the things after, right? I want her to trigger them, and I want them to pop them off. That's basically what I mean. Doing AO here is not very good, but honestly, as I'm not demon moded, it doesn't really matter. Because most of the time you want to focus this AOL first, but this is all going to depend on, can she kill me here? If she can't, we're Gucci Bucci. I don't think I die from this either, and as long as I trigger counterattack, she goes back to, a decent amount of health. There it is. Now she triggers the thingy, and now revive goes up, but we're actually super okay with that because we're all immunityed up, and now there's a squishy unit to pop, right? And that's the main idea here. As long as we have some squishy unit to pop, we're all good. And this squishy unit is going to be her. As long as we pop her and we get the boy popping and flowing with shields, the moment we get that going, we're more than good. Do I get her out of here now? I don't think so. I could just kill off this. Let me see. Is she... Okay, she's ready to go again. If she wasn't on Spirit's Breath. If she wasn't on Spirit's Breath, I wouldn't kill her there. But because she is... And Ray goes really well with BM Haste because it gets to extend those shields, right? Now I just get to extend them. And Bellion is just going to basically trigger a counterattack every time she goes. So she's going to get punished in the long run. But it's too bad because you'll see that my Rem never really counters as she should. As you can see, another AoE, no counter, but all the enemy Rems will always counter. It is the frustration of Arena, right? I'm an avid believer that you don't really have to give a shit about the what's it called? You don't really have to care about what people say about oh yeah, defenses have boosted they have boosted stats or boosted RNG. I'm not really a believer of that, but sometimes because of me doing Arena recently, I'm starting to believe it a little bit because, man, my Rem never counters in AoE. Their Rem always counters in AoE. It's kind of ridiculous. Like you can see, my Rem is not popping at all. And when I go against other Rems, I can go single target on someone, and trust me, she's gonna trigger. Just never mind. All right. As you can see, you can abuse the BM Haste. It's basically an abuse. Like it is what it is. It is an abuse because you're kind of using this super massive counter into Maid, and that's mostly why people don't run Maid in higher tier because it opens up for this, right? And once you get a proper cleanser going, you kind of screw everything up for them. But one thing is for sure, this season in Arena, it's a lot of time you have to spend on stuff, right? You have to spend a lot of time doing Arena because it's just very long. People force you into taking comps that are very slow, and that's it. There's just no way around it. You have to take the slow approach. Counter attack. See? Counter into a hit. This is the Arena RNG. Okay, he gets my boy. Actually, that's a really, really good revive. Actually, this counter actually helps me a little bit because, well, actually it helps me a lot of it, but yeah, this skill nullifier would have been hard to take off here. But okay, it's good. She's dead. We're good. Okay, defense break. Okay, Violet should be able to finish her off now, but she might be cleansed here from Crimson Seed, and she did. But either way, we try to apply it again, and now we violet, and we violet. There it is. Takes a while, guys. It's a little bit annoying, but this is the current state of Arena. Now I'm going to try to find another variant with the same AOL Bellion, but a bit more meta. Because this one is a little semi-meta. Like, you don't see Aravi on defense too much because she's a little bit baitable in terms of AI. Alright, I couldn't really find one that was too meta. I'm still at 5,100 points. There isn't a lot of, like, Sweat Lord defense here. So I can find it, and I really don't want to give up my win streak for that, right? So we're going to hit this. We should be mostly okay on this one. It's the same team because it's the same counters, but we don't have to deal with Delian now. We just cleanse it up and we just have a good old fun. All right, but you guys want to see the test now? I'm gonna do a little test for you guys. Actually, I'm not gonna do it now, but I'll do it. I'll do it eventually in this fight. I want an AOE here, but I'm not gonna because, well, I'm gonna give a stack to the Violet, and if I give him a stack, he instantly S3s, and that is something that I do not want to deal with. I want an S1 fat hit on myself, and that's about all the harassment I want to take right now. Okay. This is gonna be one of those matches that the most counters. Okay, I should be able to kill this and get shields, and that's gonna help me survive. Brrr, there it is. That's the thing, AOL Rem is really abusable because of this, right? Okay, let's extend the duration of our shieldsies, and now we're basically just a wall, and we can take a lot of harassment. Okay, now it's time to test the RNG in Arena, right? Okay, one AoE, I countered, that's fair. We did it. Okay, this goes up, I'm going to remove it. And now she's going to counter because it's another AoE. Am I going to eat my words and she won't counter? Because let me tell you, I've never done an AoE and not have a Rem counter. It just happened. What? Alright guys, I give up. I give up. Even when I'm trying to showcase that my luck is bad, the game goes, yeah, you said your luck is bad? Take some good luck. I mean, it is what it is. It still killed through that shield, Jesus. That's badonkadonks, dude. I know it's not a good word to say for this specific type of thing, but yeah, sure. Okay, good. She's on Sigurd's. I don't wanna. Okay, this is actually going quite well. It's not too bad. It is a little bad now because I'm gonna take a lot of damage, and this maid will revive again. For sure. Okay. But this is good for me because I'll be able to finish off this Rem, and I won't have to deal with her AoE. Normally, you don't really care about Rem if you have a Violet because she kind of helps you. Like, the Violet, well, she helps you kill other things when she's, in the field. But I still have a lot of characters alive, and I don't want to blow that away right now. Alright, and if she gets revived, we're good. Okay, one more turn for full cleanse. This is kind of what we want to do. We want to reset a little bit. He's going to S3 on the next one. That stun is a little unfortunate, but it's not too bad. Let's go for a Fat Heal immunity. These fights are slow, guys. It's just how this arena season is. I kind of want to get hit by this Violet because I want him to not trigger. Not. I didn't mean trigger. I don't want him to go on my guy, but I guess I'm lucky when I'm recording. I should do arena more often because I'm super unlucky in RTA when I record, but apparently in arena, I'm the luckiest guy around. That's good. Alright, I guess we can just heal up a bit and kill this. Honestly, I kind of want to skip her, but like, I was going to run out of immunity and I don't want to deal with it. Okay, one single target into this, that's not too bad. It's bound to happen sometimes, right? You kind of expect it to happen sometimes. It's when it happens too many times in a row that you get kind of pissed about it, right? Okay, that's fine. Oh, good. Okay. Now the focus is on my Ray. I actually rather have that than the other way around. And then my Ray can just last step this. Okay, good. Now we're going to go for her. This is going to be like, we're going to try to force a Violet solo at the end. Because our Violet counters Violets, and we kind of want to abuse that. Okay, this is good. I'd rather have him go like that than... Oh, that's a nice crit. Unexpected crit, but always nice. Especially because we pop it. And if we pop, we get shields, and we get resets. And honestly, this reset is going on this guy. I want to do some fat damage through miss, and this is one way to do it. There it is, 7k through miss, pretty good. And I don't take much punishment for it. I go for a shield on this one. There it is. This is some fat damage Violet. Gotta say, for 15k HP, this guy does a lot of damage. Kind of impressed. Okay, I'm gonna apple up. I need to kill this maid, but it's kind of being hard. It's kind of being hard. And now you might say it's hard because you're doing the thing where you're not doing it right. You're correct. I'm not. I could have killed the maid with another S3, right? But I wanted to get this violet low, but it was kind of pointless at the end. So I guess you're right. I guess I could have made this less of a dragged out fight, right? Okay, Rem's gonna heal a little bit. She's gonna do this. Right, this time I'll pop the maid, and then I'll pop the girly maid pop, and then a little lollipop. See what I did there? Lollipop, cute, right? Takan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my Ray's gonna take the full fury of this guy. Okay, it wasn't the full fury. It was an average amount of fury. All right, I'll do the right thing. I'll kill this thing. There it is. I'll kill that, and then I'll heal this. Very long fight, guys. It's I know I didn't help my own case, but this is kind of like RTA looks like and how Arena looks like right now with AOL Bellion and stuff like that. We kind of need we need to break away from that meta. I really hate this meta. It's like one of the worst metas that ever existed in the game. It's really obnoxious. Now we just 1v1 this, and we should mostly be okay. Even if he solos everyone, he can't really solo my Violet. My Violet is just a superior Violet, and when you're a superior Violet, you just win all the time, you know? I have so many souls that I cannot use, like, it's kind of annoying. Bonk, bonk. I mean, if that happens too many times, I guess he could win. Are you guys gonna see the fullest extent of RNG? Alright, this guy dies, but I'm kind of used to that. Okay. Go for S1 here. Okay, I landed the attack down, that's pretty good. He missed. So now we're even in RNG. Now we're mostly even. Alright, that's fair enough. Okay, that's not fair enough. He's gonna apple and kill me. Dude, that's not fair. Alright. Alright, cool. I mean, that's just how it is. My Violet's just a better Violet, but if he keeps hitting, you can't win, right? So I'm gonna fight this guy again because I don't want to lose the points, but I will show only the end when I'm just already won, you know? Here it is, RNG fixed. Same fight, different outcome, just because RNG got fixed. Sometimes it goes like that. People take away your points, you get them back, and you get 2 bonus. When you're like in lower champion, you lose 10, you gain 12. So got 2 points for 2 tickets. Yay, very good. And here is, in my opinion, one of the most obnoxious comps to have on your defense. Violet Rem just is very, very cancerous because you want to take your own Violet into Rem, but if you take your Violet into another Violet, there's a very high chance that they'll 1v on each other at the end. And like you just saw, it can happen that you can get a free win off of it, right? Because there's not much a way for you to take, for example, a Charlotte, a Carrot, something like that, into this much cancer, right? Because if this Rem pops off into a Charlotte, you're screwed, right? So you can't really do a 1-to-1 counter to this Violet. So you kind of just have to have, you know, your own Violet, your own Rem, and just like try to go for better RNG and pick better counters. So the way I normally deal with this is just I take a support revive and I go with a cleanser as well for sustain. I mean a cleanser and sustain, and that's it. We just duke it out until it's Violet versus Violet, and normally my Violet wins because when I miss, I hit for like 3k. When they miss, they hit me for 1.5, so I will always win in a miss-miss kind of fight, and if I do hit him, I still do a bunch of damage as well, because normally these Violets will have super high defense, so we can, you know, damage them pretty well. So we're going to jump into this, probably going to be the last fight of today's video. And let me know in the comments if you enjoy the arena videos, because I don't do them too much because they're a little bit weird. This one's very slow. This means that I might lose this one, but if I lose this one, I'm just going to go again and cleave it because that's the mistake they make, right? If they run this super slow, yeah, they'll catch you off guard. I mean, for me, it's okay. I think I still resist it because even if it's higher effectiveness, my boy is, you know, pretty packing. She's on counter, I see. Okay, got it. Fair enough. That doesn't worry me too much in the long run, but, you know, it's an interesting build. She's a lot slower though, so she's not going to cycle as well, and that's good. All right, one AOE, one counter. That's good. We take those odds. We remove skill. We remove skill nullifiers here. Okay, that counter actually doesn't bother me too much because she still had immunity. Now we just become harassed. That's it. We just get harassed. Right, I don't mind that either because my guy is going to revive. I mean, not revive. He's going to cleanse. But I'm going to have to revive this Ram because she's going to die. Oh, my Ram didn't die. I thought she was going to die, but turns out she didn't die. Right? She's alive still, which is good. Now, this is good because we're going to do a bunch of heal here, right? Like this is going to be a fat heal into a cleanse, which means that now we have a lot more room to go for this AOL. Even if she's on counter, now it doesn't really matter. That dual attack is quite good. That counter is dubious, but it's okay. Alright, everything countered from attacking one person. Cool. It happens sometimes, but it's all good. I'm gonna get rid of this cancerous thing. That was a pointless dual attack, but I'll take that, I guess. Right, now we're gonna lose a bunch of things, and it's gonna become a situation where Violet becomes, you know, the Violet counter. Violet becomes his own counter. She's gonna go on my Iravi. I'm gonna have to go as hard as I can on this girl. I don't do like with my build. I don't have to apple for perception buff. All right, that was a single target attack, buddy. You don't have to do all these things. Come on, you're fine. You're good. You're Gucci. Don't worry about it. Oh no, that dual attack did it. That dual attack did it. That dual attack did it. We can still win, but now it's gonna be super cancerous, man. No, never mind. We can't. We can't, because this bullshit keeps happening. We can't win if that bullshit keeps happening. Jesus. Alright, there's still a chance to win, but from now on, we cannot be hit by anything else. Nothing else can land on us right now. That's it. I'm going to try to go for this Bellion. I'm getting pretty lucky with these crits, because he helps me with the healing, right? Helps me with the healing, but Jesus, I cannot be hit anymore, and I just got hit. And is he going to hit me again? Yeah, sure he is. Hits me twice. Alright, cool. Hey, at least this guy didn't hit me, but it doesn't matter, because the other two did. So I'm going to take a bunch of damage. This is not going to heal me enough, and then this Ram is going to demon mode kill me. Boom, and GG. But now I take my revenge. Here we go, revenge time. We're not really drafting properly on this one either, but I kind of wanted to have some fun. So let's try to see if I can win while having fun. I'm going to speed buff here, mostly to go over this this AOL. There it is, we went over her. Now we just have to kill her. We are attack buff. This should one-shot. 15%, buddy! 15%! It's all good. It's still manageable, boys. Don't worry about it. It's still manageable, even though that horrible RNG just happened. 15%. Kind of wasted like an ability on a very important unit here. But I guess this works too. And then, man, this is gonna be some cancerous shit, huh? This is gonna be some cancerous shit. Oh man. Okay, you see this Bellion? She should have been almost dead. Because I brought two responses to this, right? Ay ay ay. Okay, at least she's gonna bait a little bit. I mean, for a little bit at least. Okay, who's the highest attack? I think highest attack is Carrick. Which is not very good because his dual attack is not great, but I'm gonna try to kill her anyway. Wait, she's highest attack? Oh, because Carrick, not Carrick, Kawazu lost his attack buff. So she's the one now. Okay, I'm okay with it. Let me see if I can steal the defense buff. Steal it. Unlucky. Right? Dude, don't proc! Don't proc, you asshole! That proc really annoys me because of the fucking... Damn, dude. Okay, this bitch is gonna die. Dude, it's gonna be so ass. It's gonna be so ass because of that 15%. Honestly, I'm gonna take it. Honestly, I have to risk it. I know this is. I know it's a very risky move, but I have to take it because my girl has S3, right? Bellion's gonna die from the burn. And it always will have to come down to this. It always had to come down to, do I hit this violet here? If I hit it, I win. If I don't hit it, I most likely will lose. Is it a most likely or is it a sure thing? It's a most likely. I don't think she dies right away, but it's a most likely gonna lose if I miss this. Just because of that 15%. God damn it. And we're most likely gonna lose. There it is. And now lost. Alright, this guy wins. His better RNG wins, and that's it. Hope you guys learned a lesson about Arena. Right now, the season is cancer. Don't play the game. Quit it. Put it on the side. Epic 7 is completely unplayable right now in this current season, unless you're the person using AOL Bellion and everything, in everything. And even you. I know you. You play with AOL Bellion and everything. Yes, I get it. But even you get screwed by your own RNG because your Bellion doesn't counter and your AOL gets 15%. So welcome to the state of the game. I'm a little bit salty because of this because I'm trying to climb and I wasn't even going to do a video today because I was like, I'm just going to climb but no video. But I was like, I'll just do a video on Arena. But this is annoying to me and yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some parts of the video, and I'm sorry we ended on a salty note, but Jesus fucking Christ, I hate this fucking game. Alright, see you guys on the next one.